I guess I'm on live, honey. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I need to record and then listen. Look at this thing. Rotate your device. Honey, I know how I want my phone to sit. What did this thing talk about? That one. Look, Lord, you can't turn your phone while live. Oh, I can't turn it while I'm live. That's what it said. Child, that's why I need to get out here. I should just record it and do it. I really know I'm doing it right. But anyway. Is it morning? Yeah, it's morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know how to do. I ran them on live, and I don't know. But anyway, it say live on the bottom, so I guess I am. But I'm coming to y'all this morning because I wanted to share something that God shared with me, with you all. God been showing me things for years now. But I just, like, as I gained a bond and became close, gained a relationship with God, He revealed to me, many more things, and I came to the understanding that it was Him that was showing me these things. This wasn't just dreams I was having. And He showed me things through dreams. A lot of dreams. Oh! Lord. Help me, Lord. You want me to share it? Now you got to help me. Okay. Come on now. What it doing? Okay. A lot of dreams that I have, that God shows me, some of them happen like dead on. Like He'll show it to me in a dream and it happens. And some of them are spiritual. It has a spiritual meaning. And some of them I share and some of them I don't. And the ones that I share with certain people, and I share with whomever He tell me to share them with, and some of them I don't. But my sister told me, I used to share a lot of them with her, and she told me, she said, start writing your dreams down. So, and that was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. So I got a notebook at home full of dreams, and sometimes I go back and read over them. I be like, well, Lord, you said that. But anyway, this is the dream that He showed me. He showed me this some months ago, but it's been on me to share. And I've been fighting with that thing, but because I ain't know how to share. I'm like, I want to write it, but I don't know. People need to hear it. So here it goes. I dreamed that I seen this hearse. This funeral home car hearse full of people. I mean, it was full of people. But the people in the hearse were my family members. I remember seeing faces. I remember seeing bodies. And I'm like, Lord, when I woke up, y'all, I'm trying to keep this phone from falling because I ain't got nothing to hold it. I just got it up here in front of my camera, back of camera thing. But I seen people. I mean, it was full of people. And I was like, Lord. And it was one lady in there. I couldn't see her face. I kept looking, like trying to see her face. I could only see from the neck down, but from her body, I knew who it was. And I'm telling y'all this. I'm sharing this with y'all to tell y'all. And this not just for my family. It's for everybody. We gotta let things go. Let it go. Now ain't the time to be holding on to foolishness. We gotta let it go. Let it go. I'm telling y'all what I seen, and I seen faces in that hearse. People that's living now was in that hearse. I'm telling y'all, we gotta let this stuff go. It ain't worth it. And if it's hard, because I know sometimes you can be hurt to the core, pray and ask God to help you Every day I pray and I ask God, I said, Lord, I said, help me. If it's anything in my heart that's not like you, remove it. Remove it. Remove it. I don't want it. I don't need it. Remove it. Sometimes we have stuff on it deep down in us and we don't know. Remove it. I don't want it. Holding on to grudges and hate and jealousy and malice and all that other stuff don't do nothing but make you sick. Literally. It makes you sick. It deteriorates your organs. It deteriorates your body. Let it go. Let it go. It's a hindrance. God got so much He want to give us. We holding on to foolishness. Let that stuff go. It is what it is. It done what it did. Let it go. Let it go. You got so many people say, I love you. I love her though, but I love her. Yeah, I don't like her, but I love her. But that ain't what's in your heart. You saying it, but that ain't what's in your heart. You hoping she get ran over by a truck. Or he. We got to love. We got to love like God love. We got to love in spite of her. When they did so much to Jesus. Beat him, spit on him, nailed him to the cross. I mean, but yet and still, he prayed for them. He said, Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. They don't know. Forgive them, Lord. Forgive them. Forgive them. Ask God to help you and He will. Because that stuff it makes you sick. And you be back and forth to the doctor, don't know what's wrong with you. The doctors can't even figure out what's wrong with you. Then you mad with the doctor. They doctors, they get paid. They supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. They don't know. They don't know. Because it ain't physical. It's spiritual. It's spiritual. We got to let stuff go. We got to let it go. And stop letting people plant seeds in your heart. You sit up there and listen to somebody else talking about what so-and-so said, she like this, he like that, so-and-so said that. And you sitting up there meditating on this stuff. Every time you see the person, your nose tooted up because you going out by what somebody else done said, done told you. And then your friend, your cousin, your whoever, co-worker. And then when you ain't around and they see the girl, here they go, hey. They speaking to the girl, you sit up there mad with her. Y'all better stop letting folks plant seeds in your heart. You sitting up there hating the girl because of what your friend said she done did to her or whatever. I ain't got nothing against her, but every time you see her, you're looking at her with your nose turned up. Hoping she fall. Hoping she slip up and fall so you can laugh. The girl ain't did nothing to you. Now your friend going on by her life. Now she done planted that seed in you and now you got to deal with that. Y'all better stop that. Stop letting people plant seeds in your heart. But once that stuff in there, you got to pray, you got to fast, you got to go to God and cry out. Ask for forgiveness and ask Him to help you remove. Lord, remove it. Lord, help me with this. This girl ain't did nothing to me. So I'm mad with somebody about something somebody else did something. Honey. And that person I got over it. She speak, hey, when you ain't around, hey. Y'all better get some sense. God is love. You gotta love people. You gotta love people. For real, love them. Don't be just saying it. You gotta love people. Love conquers the multitude of sin. It says in his word. You can preach, you can speak in tongues, you can speak his word, you can prophesy, you can speak the gospel, you can do all these things, but if you ain't got love, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. We gotta love. Stop holding on to stuff. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Spiritually dead. Thank you, Lord. A lot of people are spiritually dead. They talk that talk and walk that walk, but it ain't in them. It ain't in them. He's spiritually dead. Spiritually dead. Lord, ask God to help you. Ask God to help. Lord, help. Say, Lord, I don't want it. I don't need it. Remove it. Remove it. Clean hands and a pure heart. Clean hands and a pure heart. That's what I always pray for. Clean hands and a pure heart. And I don't always do the right thing. I don't always do the right thing. I don't always say the right things. My thoughts ain't always right. And I have to pray and ask for forgiveness daily. All day, every day, I have to say, Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Oh, Lord, that ain't right. Lord, ooh, Lord, forgive me, Lord. Ooh, help me with that, Lord, because that ain't, I ain't supposed to think that. Oh, Lord, I done cut the woman out of my head, Lord Jesus. All day, every day. I have to do that. Because I want to be in right standing with God. I want to be in right standing with God. I want to be in right standing with God. And I don't want these itty bitty little things to keep me from being where I need to be and going where I need to go. I do. Sometimes I get mad and words just fly out. And it ain't the word of God either. And I have to say, Lord, forgive me. Help me with that, Lord. Every day, every morning on my way to work, I always say, Lord, I said, if it ain't of you, don't let it come out of my mouth. I said, Lord, bridle my tongue. Bridle my tongue. I don't want to say nothing that's not of you. Don't let it come out. And so when it don't come out, I thank you. And I have to say, oh, Lord, forgive me. Sometimes a person will say or do something, or you'll see something, and it bothers you. It bothers your spirit. And once you begin to think about it, meditate on it, other thoughts start to come up. And if you meditate on that thing long enough, action gonna take place. Cause honey, once the enemy get in that mind, he got you. Cause once you get to think about, oh, she said that, oh, she said that, I'm gonna tell her something. Ooh, and then when you say that, the enemy go to talking. You tell her this and you tell her that, and you call her this and you call her that. When things like that happen to me, I get to thinking about stuff like that, I catch myself and I say, Lord. I said, Lord, you deal with that. You deal with it, Father God. It's not mine. You deal with that. I said, and I always say, I said, Lord, I don't know what that person going through. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Maybe I took it wrong. I don't know. I said, but you deal with it. And I go on about my day. I'm not dwelling on this foolishness. telling y'all, because once he's getting there, once that enemy get in there, he got you. You get to thinking about it, meditating on it, shaking and sweating, because now you want to fight. You mad. It ain't worth it. Pray for him and ask God to help you with whatever you need help with, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. And if you got an alt with somebody, if you got a problem with somebody, go to that person. Especially if y'all are friends. Go to them and tell them, look, you said this or you said that, and this is how it made me feel. Talk about it. Release. And if y'all are true friends, real friends, y'all can talk about that thing, make it right, and be done with it. Ain't no holding on, and ain't no being mad about it. And everybody ain't your true friend. And you'll know those too. You'll know who to cut loose, who to wean yourself from. You'll know. But I just had to come and tell y'all about that dream I had, because it been weighing on me. Like, share. We got to get a relationship with God. We got to stop saying, talking the role, playing the role, but your actions showing something different. Your heart, God sees your heart. Your heart is different. God sees different in your heart. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, I'm your auntie. I love you. You my sister. You my cousin. You my friend. I love you. But it's totally different in your heart. God sees different. We got to get it together. I said, now ain't the time, but it ain't never been the time. We got to get it together. And let me tell y'all something else that happened to me. God revealed to me. Because I was at work one day, and I talk to God a lot at work. I be in my little own zone sometimes. I get quiet, and I just be thinking, and I be talking to God. And on my break, sometimes I go to my car and I pray and all that good stuff. But one day I was at work, and I was thinking about this coronavirus and all this stuff that's going on. And I said, Lord, it says in your word that there's nothing new under the sun. So, Lord, you said everything that happened has already happened. I said, but I don't know. Have this ever happened? I said, Lord, I never heard of it happening. Have this ever happened? And so about 2 or 3 days later, God brought to me the Spanish flu pandemic. And I did research on it. And y'all can look it up. It happened in the 1900s. It was the same exact thing that's going on now. And I took notes when I did my research. So I'm just going to read some of them. It happened in the 1900s. It was the most severe pandemic in recent history. About 500 million people became infected with the virus. The number of deaths worldwide were estimated to be at 50 million. About 675,000 deaths in the United States. Mortality was high. The death rate was high. The CDC didn't understand how this happened, what happened. They couldn't get a cure. They didn't have a vaccine, no antibiotics. It spread quickly from person to person. They didn't have anything to control the spread, So what they did back then was isolated. They quarantined. They practiced good personal hygiene. They used disinfectants. They limited public gatherings. And they said these efforts were applied unevenly. Same thing, y'all. Same thing. During the 1918 flu pandemic, physicians and nurses were drained and no longer had enough personnel to meet the civilian demand for health care. The Boston Red Cross volunteers assembled masks for use. So they were even wearing masks. They're back in the 1900s now. I'm telling y'all, I ain't know nothing about this. I just asked God. I said, Lord, how this ever happened? And this is what he gave me. You're right, my daughter. There's nothing new under the sun. That's in my word. That's what I said. Everything that happened has happened. Everything that's happening has happened. It said employers as well as employees were advised to wear masks. You hear me? It ain't that this done happened before. In September of 1918, a second wave of flu hit. Between September and November, a second wave of flu peaks in the United States. This was in 1918. The second wave was highly fatal. It was responsible for most of the deaths attributed to the pandemic. In January of 1919, a third wave occurred. That was the winter and spring season. It subsided during the summer of that following year. Those were just some of the notes that I took when I was reading it. I was like, Lord, what? Same thing going on. Same thing. And y'all just be encouraged. I know this virus and what's going on can be a bit stressful. It can be stressful. Especially if you're meditating on it and you're thinking about this and thinking about that. But just be encouraged. God got you. God got us. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. And I say that because before this even got like it is now, God told me. I didn't know what was coming. I didn't know, but I know he told me some things. Just be encouraged. Everything is going to be all right. Be cautious. And just do what you're supposed to do. Use the wisdom that God has placed in you. Do the right thing. Well, that was all that I wanted to share. Let me say this right before I go to. Let me say this. I I just wanted to share that. No, I mean, I know. Let me tell you, I was fine with sharing this because I was afraid of what the people would say. I was like, oh, they gonna be saying. But let me tell you something. I don't care what y'all say. When God tell me to do something, I got to do it. I got to be obedient. No matter what it is, I got to do it. I got to do it. You can say what you want to say. She preach. She thinks she'll preach. She thinks this. I don't care. I am who God says I am, okay? That's who I am. All right. So, I guess I'll be talking to y'all later. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Everybody, I love y'all. Be blessed. And I'll see y'all later. I could be doing thing out, honey. What I do? All right, now. Child, again. I tell you, I sure don't need to do this. Oh, you told me to share this stuff behind. See. Oh,